Good morning. Long time no see. I think it's been a couple of weeks since I last did a video. I'm down on the allotment. It's a Sunday morning. It's absolutely pounding it down. So there's not really much I can really do today outdoors. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some of my tomatoes harvested from the small greenhouse and get them home and get them roasted to make our sauces, and then the last job is I'm going to go out and do a harvest for our lamb Sunday roast today. So I'm hoping to get some cauliflower, maybe there's one or two that are okay. I'm looking at some Savoy cabbage. The carrots are certainly done well down at the bottom. I've got some snowball turnip that I'm going to take, and I'm going to have a look at some of the potatoes in the grow bags, and that should be suffice for lunch, I think. But what I'll do first of all, I'll just show you around the greenhouse, and let's have a look at the peppers and how the chilies are doing. So there we go, we'll start off with the colour spectrum on this side. All looking really healthy. We've got some bad ones. I think what I'm going to have to do is just release a couple of these just to create some more space, because they're trapping out some of the others. There we go. Got some just hanging in at the back there. So they all look really nice, really healthy. As you can see, I've got some supports in. I've put some canes in there, and around the other side and put some string through, just so that they get some support, and then they can hook up onto this wire if they need to. The Scotch bonnet, it's all on this back row, and they're all looking really well. Nice green, bushy, plenty of fruit on there. So yeah, pleased with that. I have these trays at the bottom, and I find it's better to bottom water. Just put a little bit in there. You know exactly how much they've taken up, and if they need any more, they'll take what they want when they want it. We're now on to the Frigitello. Again, doing really well. Some nice big peppers on there. Some really nice ones here. So I'm really pleased. Things were slow. You know, it took a while, as you know, it took an age to get them potted on. But yeah. And what I've done under this bench here is I've got some cucumber. And they're just growing nicely along the bench and across. Have a look at this one. This is one on the corner there. We've got a number of fruits, cucumber fruits there, and we've got another one over here. So I've had plenty of cucumber. This is the one that's in the ground, that's just about gone now, it's shot, so that's getting taken out today, and I'll refresh that soil there for next year. Here we are in the small greenhouse. And as you can see, quite a lot of harvesting to do in here. Some of the bush tomatoes down at the bottom are ladened, fully ladened with fruit. So these are absolutely gorgeous. I think they're called Golden Sunrise. Really, really nice. And we've got some quite big tomatoes there. What are you doing? This side, these are going to be like a beefsteak tomato. As you can see, the stems are really, really thick. And I think you can see just in there we've got some of the tomatoes starting to come. And there's one of the peppers that I popped straight into the ground. And I've got another one here. And it's doing really well. There's no way I can get outside in this. It's absolutely teeming it down. As you can see, I've not got onto block paving out the sun shelter there. Work commitments have been really tough. I think I might have to cut this video short today and just get out there, smash and grab what I need for lunch and get home. Absolutely siling it down. Let's get in the shed. So yeah, in the shed, in the dry. So as I say, I'm just going to do a crop and get myself off home. I'm sorry for the absence. Life just gets so hectic, and you know, you've just got to try and get down to the plot and do the filming in between as best you can. And this last sort of 2 weeks or so, it's just been almost impossible. There's always something against me. It's either been work commitments. There's an interesting tale. I might be able to tell you something about that in the future. Then there's the weather. Then there's your normal day-to-day home life. So really difficult to get down these last few weeks. But hopefully the next week or so things will free up. I'll be able to get down a little bit more. I've got jobs stacking up left, right and centre that I need to do. And I just want to get back on top of the plot. I think it's probably at its worst now than it's ever been, really, because I've always been able to get down, make time to do it. But as I say, for the first time that I've had the allotment, and that's what we're looking at, about 6 years, it's the first time that, you know, I mean, there were some days I didn't come down at all. I mean, normally I come down at least once a day, you know, if I'm calling in on a morning, or I'll call in last thing on my way home. And there's been days over these last few weeks I've not been able to do it. I mean, obviously I've not left it too long because I've got all the chilies and the tomatoes in the greenhouses that needed feeding. The weather has looked after the watering for all the outdoor plants, so that's not been too bad. But yeah, I've got plenty to do. Anyway, I'm rambling on. So all I'm basically saying is thank you for watching. Sorry for my absence. Hopefully we'll be back on an even keel in the next week or so. I hope you've all had a good couple of weeks while I've been away, and I wish you all the best, and hopefully I'll see you at some point, maybe midweek next week. Okay, so until then, happy growing. Take care.